afternoon that we absolutely love. Let's do it. Let's buzz around.
Today, we're a fly on the wall in the life of.
Fly on the wall in the life of Yvonne Mudzingwa. We like to call her Eve. Eve's wellness, Eve's fitness, the crazy girl. Listen to this.
Hi. I'm that crazy girl who swims ocean, cycles 90 kilometers, runs 21 Ks all in one go. That girl who has completed 2 oceans, comrades, and countless of marathons. That girl who's conquered Kilimanjaro. That girl who jumps on her motorbike at sunrise, leaves one city, crosses borders, and rides into another city in another country at sunset. And all this still managing to build a big brand. I am the Zimbabwe queen, E.V.E, but you can call me Miss Eve of Eve's Wellness brand. I'm inviting you to be a fly on my wall this Sunday with Iyati. Come and share my world.
And we are delighted to share this world of great energy. Eve, welcome.
Thank you, Iyati.
Oh, man, it's so fantastic to finally sit down with you. I'm just so full of too many stories. I even need to center my brain. Like, I don't even know where to start. But let's start with this from Mighty. It's such a surprise. I just played Prudence Katomeni Mbofana.
Yes.
Who is an ex-alumni. I just took over at 12 o'clock from Donna, who also went to the great school.
Oh, wow.
And then Mighty in Chinoy says, Iyati, thank you for hosting Yvonne. We were at the same school, same class, different hostels. You go, girl, coming for fitness lessons. And then what gave it away? Oh, yeah. I mean, she did this on purpose. She says, Pe adua adastra.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
what?
what?
Oh, my God. Oh, yes.
You went to girls' high?
I went to girls' high. I went to girls' high school. Absolutely amazing time of my life.
Well,
And yes,
wasn't that the
Prudence.
best?
It was the absolute best. And great people came from there. You know, it was...
Absolutely.
And it was different. You know what I mean? It was a whole different era. It was... Yeah... It just brought back a lot of memories.
So that was our high school. That is our high school motto: Pe adua adastra.
Yes.
Through hard work, we reach the stars.
We had Mrs.
Oh my
Madzima. Who
God.
did you have?
We had Ms. Nubuchena.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, the way that was drilled into us, it became a living thing.
Absolutely.
Up to now, you know, you believe it. You put your mind to something, you would definitely reach the stars.
Absolutely. And they raised, they brought us up, they raised us to be ladies.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That they drilled that into us. Mrs. Madzima drilled that into us. Be ladies, you know, every time you dress. It was just amazing. And we have amazing women that have come out of
Which hostel were you in?
Forsyth.
The Forsyth.
Yes. the Forsyth
Which
days.
years were you in at high school, at girls' high school?
I was there 19. You see, when you're these decades, you know, is that
Come on, you are...
1988. I started there in 1988.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see how long ago it is?
You are an amazing fitness guru. That's how we've known you in the larger part of your adult life. But give us the history. How did you get to be here?
Oh, wow. Do you know, one of my mottos is the fear of being ordinary. I've always wanted to do extraordinary stuff.
I love that.
You know, I get bored very easily. I don't like the norm. I just like to push boundaries and do things that are just not the societal norm. So that thing that you don't want us to do, that you say we shouldn't do, I was trying to push, I always try to push those boundaries. So with the fitness, I think even the girls that I went to school with, I have always been a health conscious person. I was a skinny person, but I was always doing my, watching what I eat. I was always training. So it seemed like it would have been the most natural thing for me to do, to become a fitness trainer. But back in the day, that was not even on our radar.
Yeah.
You had to be a doctor, man, or a lawyer or something like that. So I
Get a real job.
Get a real job. So I actually did not even know that I could actually make a whole career of being a fitness trainer. And then when I did find out, I then I switched careers from marketing at 32 and became a fitness trainer.
In your 30s?
Yeah, at 32. Because I was like, I love this. Because you see, the thing is, I was living in the gym.
Okay.
Like, I'm always in the gym. I'm in the gym the whole time, and I thought, why not actually do something? Why not make a career of this? And that's how I became.
Don't you get tired? What happens to a fitness trainer when they're just tired? Don't you have seasons when you're just out of it?
I actually have not even seasons. There's, believe it or not, there's days I actually wake up and I'm just so tired, and I think now, as in my 50s, I've actually given myself up to.
In your what?
My 50s. I've given myself 4 more years where I'm tired, Iyati. I'm tired. I've been doing this for decades, and when I say doing this for decades, I've been waking up at 4 a.m. every single day of my life. I mean, like my adult life. And I'm just tired. I love it, but I'm tired. And
physically, mentally, where is this tiredness?
Physically, and also I think as I'm getting older, I'm also losing my mojo. You know, I think that I had so much passion, the drive, and I've realized that with, I think, the past 5 years, I've actually kind of lost that creativity, that, you know, that passion that drove me to do it. So I've just given myself a year or two and then shift. I think it's actually just a shift from being a personal trainer, doing the personal training things, which is why I've diversified to now doing managing the fitness. You know, as much as my body tends to remind me that I'm human.
Yes, it surely does.
Yeah, it does. So yeah,
Isn't it an interesting time? I was watching a comedian who said when you're in your 40s, it's a very interesting time because people older than you, people in their 50s and above, are telling you, you are still a baby. You
Yes,
are
you
such
are.
a baby.
Iyati, you are a baby.
And you just said that to me, and I'm looking at you like, do you know how old I am? And then people younger than you are looking at you like, Kuma 40.
Yeah.
You know, what did you imagine life beyond 40 to be like when you were younger?
I never did, actually. You know, I actually never thought of. Yeah, I actually never did. I think I always lived in the moment. I actually never imagined it, but it's now when I look back, and you know, when you do the math and you're thinking of other people and you're like, wait a minute, they were my age then? Is that where I'm at now?
Yeah.
That's when I realized I'm old. I'm really old, because when you look back. But back then it was just so busy with life then. It's only now when you look back.
It's so crazy. My
Yeah.
mother became a grandmother at my age now.
You see. And you think, I was my mom's age. You know, yeah. But
And it's that time where you can be a first-time mom. You can also be a granny.
yeah.
You can have children in university. The 40s are such a great place to be, but you are no longer in your 40s. You're in your 50s.
I'm in my 50s. I'm over there.
You're
I'm over there.
you're 51 now.
Sit down, Iyati. We're here. We're in the 50s.
Tell us more. Tell us more. Did you have time to think about 50 before you got to 50, and how is it turning out to be?
Do you know, I've never actually felt my age at any given time. I think it's because I have a very young spirit. I've never actually been in that bracket where, you know, when, oh no, you're older or what. No, for example, like I was saying to you, there's certain societal norms that, you know, mkadzaka umkura so or stuff like that. I've never actually conformed to those things. So I've actually never felt my age at any point. Sometimes I actually have to remind myself that, Auntie, you're not.
Do you consider yourself a rebel on some level? Have you been labeled that?
Yes. Pretty much my entire life, I guess. I've always, like I said, I've always done those things that controversial. Yeah, I've always been a controversial person in everything that I've done. But it was never intentional. I was just being true to myself. You know, I just wanted to do something. I would just do it. Because my motto is, as long as whatever it is that I'm doing is not hurting anybody, it's not illegal, then, you know, I believe just be kind and just be mindful of everyone around you. And I think everything that I've done that I've been labeled rebel for has been things that I've done for me, to me, for my life. They have not affected the next person.
I like that.
If that makes
You
sense.
speak of societal norms.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest areas, one of the most glaring areas where this will always manifest, the societal norms, the expectations, the should, must, Proverbs 31, woman shkadai.
Yeah.
How has this panned out in your life, especially in relationships? What's your romantic life like with the Eve that you are, with this kind of profile?
It's okay. All I can say is it's not I'm not everyone's cup of tea.
Of which nobody can be. I like that.
I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But the way I look at it, if I'm not your cup of tea, then
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving. But I think the biggest challenge. Okay, let me put it this way, Iyati. Any man that comes into my life has to be a very confident man in himself. I think that's the most important thing. You need to be comfortable in who you are and what you stand for you to be in my life, because I'm a very confident woman in who I am. I know who I am, and I know what I'm about. So I'm, for example, like with my biking, I am all over the place with my biking. When I started motorcycling, which is years ago, I was the only female that was on motorbikes, which meant that unless I was riding on my own, I had to ride with men, which is how it is. So, and I'm adventurous. I mean, what's the point of having a motorbike if I'm not going to be doing adventurous stuff, if I'm not going to be crossing borders, like I said? So it's now there's more female in the biking arena, but before they weren't. So it takes a very strong man to then be okay with his woman going on across the borders to South Africa, to Zambia, with 10 men. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think what is important is, as long as I know who I am and I have got the respect of the people that I'm moving around with. So yeah, my romantic career has been very interesting.
Tell us more.
No, just that's interesting, as in, like, but believe it or not, there are men that are very confident and comfortable in their own skin. So it's okay.
I am
Roybos. I'm somebody's Roybos out there. So.
I like it. I love it. Speaking of societal norms, as sure as eggs, Baba Nyasha is in Sentosa says, is Eve married and how many kids?
I'm divorced. I've got 2 girls, 29 and 25.
What?
Yes. So yes, I did get married, and no, my husband didn't divorce me because I was motorbiking. He was actually he was okay with it.
I like that.
Yeah.
You actually give us the reason why it didn't happen. Why did it happen? Why did you get divorced?
Irreconcilable differences. As people
What do you mean irreconcilable differences?
Tell you what, I think it was a case of back in the day, Iyati, we got married very young. I was young. I didn't even know myself. It was one of those where if you got to 25 and you were not married, you were like a pariah. So a lot of us got married before we were even 24. I look at my daughter and she's 25 and I look at her and I think she could be someone's wife, someone's mom. And then you look back. So I guess back in the day, a lot of us, and I think I speak for a lot of people, we got married before we had even grown up. So, as you get older and life happens, you then become into yourself. And I think that's pretty much what happened. But it was a very amicable divorce. We're on very good terms. It's actually one of my best friends.
Interesting.
So okay, yeah.
Interesting. You talk of, getting married young. What was your parenting and wiving journey like? Your parenting journey continues now, parenting adult girls. Tell me about that.
I think I was a very liberal parent. I was more of a friend. I tried to be a friend. I winged it. Like I said, I was a child when I had my children, so I kind of winged it, I guess. And I think I did okay. I did okay. And I think I was very family oriented, though. I still am. I'm a very homely person. Contradictory to my whole persona, I'm actually a home person. Yeah, I'm a home person. I enjoy my own company, and I love being at home.
Who are you at home? What kind of a woman are you? Are you, the typical woman who's all about her home, fussing about, making sure things are okay? What kind of a woman are you on the home front?
I'm very motherly. I'm totally, completely opposite. I love a comfortable home. I make a very comfortable home. because I'm always home. So I make a very comfortable home. I'm a very loving and loyal person. So yeah, and this, if I may say so myself.
How do you, out of 10, you rate yourself?
As a loving person, I think loving, loyal, all those things. When I'm in a relationship, like you're saying, in a relationship, I'm at home. I'm very, I do my role. I'm not that. Don't think I bring the whole biker chick into the home. No, I don't. I'm actually very, complete opposite. I'm mushy. The guys like to say, my biking friends like to say, oh, Eve is being a girl. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess there's the persona, the
Yeah.
image that we see, the
Yes.
tough exterior. I mean, the bikes are just menacing.
Yeah.
And then at home
I'm a
or
softie.
inside, there's a little girl, there's a
Yeah.
girly girl.
I'm just a girly girl who loves to do all the girly things. But there's very few people. So there's a lot of people who know of me, but there's very, very few people that know me. I keep my circle very tight. At any given time, I have one female friend. At any given time in my life, I've always had one female friend. I'm not your...
Is it by default? Is it by design?
You know what? From the time that I was a little girl, I've always had male friends. I think it's because my whole family, I'm the only girl in a family of 4 boys.
I see.
So I'm very comfortable in male company. So I gravitate. So I'm a tomboy. I'm very much a tomboy. So I am more comfortable and I gravitate more to male friends than females. I don't do kitchen tea parties. I don't do all these girly things in that regard.
Why not?
I don't know, hey?
Try and make us and yourself understand why you're not drawn to those things, or why you wouldn't give your time to those things.
Yeah, I think we're... Can we say that I'm a product of my childhood? I was saying I think we become the environment that we're in. So because I grew up in an environment of just boys, there wasn't a lot of this girly stuff. So I do macho stuff. I do a lot of macho stuff, yeah.
Well, this definitely looks like a subject of deep interest, and people want to know, how long ago did you get divorced? Someone is asking on WhatsApp, and are you considering getting married again?
I've been divorced for almost 10, 15 years. It's been a whole minute. And no, marriage is definitely not on the cards at all. Been there, done that. It was a brilliant experience. It gave me 2 beautiful daughters. Wouldn't change all that for the world, but I think I'm going to keep it moving from there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I assume, like girls of that time, my time and your time, we were raised up with like a basic mantra: go to school, get good grades, get married,
Exactly.
serve your husband, create a family. Was that true in your case?
It was true to, yes. That's exactly what happened, and then I got married because you see, for you to feel complete and to feel like you've made it in life, it was exactly as you've said. You know, so you could accomplish everything else. If you're not married, it's like like,
I like that.
You know.
I asked this background, I established this background to ask the question of, now, as you are raising a 25-year-old woman and a 29-year-old woman, what is your basic mantra? What are you saying to them? What are you imparting?
Be enough. Be enough. As you are, be enough. Then whoever comes into your life is coming to complete you, is not coming to save you, is not coming... Your husband is not your hustle. He's not your meal ticket. You know, be complete. That's the only way you can be a better person for the next person. So financial freedom is everything. It's absolutely everything. So yeah, I've raised very independent women who I would like to think that I did good by them.
10 minutes before we get to 3 o'clock, we are talking to Yvonne Mudzingwa, E.V.E, the queen, Zim biker queen. She's an incredible woman, a fitness guru, a woman who's done so much on the Zimbabwe fitness scene. We are here to celebrate her and to get to know her better, as we do every afternoon. Fly on the wall. Let's take a short break. Don't forget, at 3 o'clock when we close the show, we'll be crossing over to Rufaro Stadium for the Harare Derby. The award-winning Ashti Kiwa is already on standby for you.
Total Energies is giving one lucky fan 2 tickets to the Total Energies CAF AFCON 2025 in Morocco. Buy 1 5-litre of lubricant at any Total Energies service station to enter. Promotion ends 15 October 2025. Details on our Facebook page. T's and C's apply.
And we are back as a fly on the wall in E.V.E's life, the fitness queen, a lady who has just got incredible energy. And now, as you've grown older, as you've discovered yourself, comes along the biological clock that we all can't escape. What has been your experience with, particularly because you are so aware of fitness and wellness and health, with menopause? What has been your experience?
It's horrible. That's all
No, if
and,
you
and,
say that,
and you know, Iyati, that's the question. You know, I say to myself, if I am this person and I do everything that I do, and it kicks me like this, what is happening to women that are not training, who are not eating healthy? It is horrible. It is the most horrible thing, and nothing prepares you for it. It's like your whole life just halts, literally just halts. And I just feel it's one area that has never really been addressed, because our mothers didn't tell us about it. Nobody actually spoke about
People
it.
don't like to talk about.
People don't like, and I don't
I'll tell you.
why.
I'll tell you something that really just brought it to the fore for me. Last weekend, I was waiting for a certain young lady who sells tops. I wanted to buy some tops from her. She turns up, and I described the top I was looking for. She turns up, and she had the wrong type of. Well, it was a fabric thing. It's a fabric thing with me, and I said to her. So it was a blistering hot afternoon. As I held the fabric, I said to her, "Have you heard of menopause?"
Yeah.
Just kubata jirara I was
You
I was
can't, it
beginning.
doesn't breathe.
Then I said, "Have you heard of menopause?" It's like she actually literally stopped and screwed her face and said, "I think so. Shnetka kwakadzi
You
so."
see, which is sad.
A girl in her 20s.
It's sad, and I think it comes down to the conservative nature of our culture, where anything that's to do with, you know, menstruals and all of this, so nobody talks about it and nobody spoke about it. I knew like her, well, kind of up until a whole year of experiencing it, and I didn't know what it was. Until then, I went to the doctor, because you're thinking, what is happening? The hot flushes, the mood swings, and all those things. And then my doctor says to me, I'm pre-menopause. And it then also kind of like hits you, especially on the training, because I'm the kind of person, like every December, I will let go. From 1st of December, I'll start to eat anything. I always drink anything and eat anything, but more so. And I kind of like take a break on exercising and everything. Put on, become unhealthy. Come January, 2 months, 1 month, I'm back in shape. Menopause says, no, we're not doing that. It now takes me a whole year.
It takes you a lot longer.
You know, everything just becomes stagnant. So yeah, there's more education that's needed. I think more awareness on menopause. Maybe we should actually do a run on menopause and bring everybody together.
True that.
Yeah.
True that. A lot more work. We need to, like, look at what Halle Berry is doing in Hollywood. We need our own champions here. We need to do a lot of work. Moro Yvonne, this young lady was in my dorm. I was a dorm prefect in 1988. She was in bed hake, rebellious though.
You know,
Ukuzikana.
I know. And you know, when people say, yeah, everyone kind of remembers me as Munanga. And when I look back, I'm like, but what did I do though? You know, I'm like, okay, besides that, at one point I actually I used to jump out of, so this is the one thing that actually people don't know. So chemistry, when I didn't like a class, so I'd sit right at the back. I was not sciences was not my thing. I don't even know why I was in those sciences classes, but I kind of made it somehow, like luck had me in those. So the teacher is going on, and I'm right at the back. I used to sit at the back. I used to sneak out. Like literally while he's writing on the board, I would jump out of the window.
From
and
the
go
back?
From the back. And then I'd go to the hostel and I'll tell them my dorm mistress, and I'll say, I've got menstrual periods. And if I tell you that I've never had menstrual periods in my whole life, but my dorm mistress right now, I bet you they all think I had the worst because I took advantage of that. I'd like make sure 1 week.
Menstrual period pain, you
Pains,
mean?
yes, pains, yeah.
All right. My mom Sekai Gomwe vakadzidza naIvonne Mudzingwa, same class. Hanzi yesi newe.
That's good, nice. Yes, can shamwar.
Hanzi, contrary to what you say, well, I guess it makes sense. Hanzi, she was a moving dictionary.
Really? So I was kind of really.
Do you feel successful? Are you aware of your success?
Do you know what? To a point, I think occasionally, when I actually meet people and they tell me about it. But I think with my life, it's not something that I actually set out to do. I was just basically living my life, and things happen, and then so it's when people actually say to me, "Oh, wow." That I look back. Remember when I was sending a message and and I was listing down the things. I'm
I said, send me your profile.
Yeah.
And you were stunned
and
at your own profile.
Yeah, and I was like, I haven't done too badly, have I, in life? So it is very humbling, though. I can never get used to it. It's really, really humbling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You haven't always been a high flyer. No. You fumbled quite a number of things, particularly that job.
Yes, my very first job.
What happened?
So back in the day, we used to actually, you do your college, you finish your college, you then apply. You actually wrote letters. I think the kids of today don't even know. You'd go into the newspaper, identify, blah, and got my first job. But I got it I think 6 months after I'd finished college. We didn't have laptops. We didn't have computers in the house. So whatever I did at college, air pitman, whatever, that's it. That's the last time I saw the computer while I was in college, right? Got my job 6 months later. I've forgotten everything that I learned about the computer. What? Word? Who? Got my job. And, while in the interview, looking clever, and they're asking you, do you know what you... Yeah, of course. Got the job. And did I know what I was doing? Iyati at that job, the computer. So the whole time I was on the phone with my friend, every time. How do I do a Word document again? Excel? What? I faked it. Made it for a month or two, and then I think on the third month it was like no.
Everything fell apart.
And I got fired.
What did that experience teach you, if anything?
It was my first reality check that this is life, and I was heartbroken because I really loved it, and my bosses were really, really nice, and they really wanted me to succeed, and they did try. The child was that.
I think maybe we went too much on age. Now I'm being addressed as Auntie Iyati. Hey, Auntie Iyati.
At this rate, next thing is go interview. How far?
I love motorbikes with all my heart. From just watching them to hearing an R3 engine roar to life. I'm turning 20 this Sunday, and I would love to start biking, but I'm not really sure where to start. Taddy in the City of Kings. How would you help Taddy?
Okay, Taddy would have to start with getting the license. It's very easy. The people just go to a driving school, you get your class 3 driver's license, and you start off with a sizable, a small bike, a 250cc, like these messenger bikes.
Okay. Get
experience. Still young, get comfortable, and then, as your pocket grows and you get a job, then you get a bigger bike. But also to join a biking club, so you become part of that biking community.
Interesting. Bikes are so menacing. I would have loved to talk more about bikes and how you got attracted to them and how you got on the first one. But we are fast running out of time. Like I said, the Harare Derby is waiting in the wings. The boys are raring to go to give us that live commentary from Rufaro Stadium. In closing, what would you like to say? Do you get a lot of opportunities to really just say what you want to say to people who follow you, to people who know about your brand? Today is that day.
Like I said, the same thing that I tell my children, that be kind. Out there, I think in Zim at the moment, let's just be kind to one another. Everything that you're doing, think about the other person, because I think that's one thing that we've all forgotten. And just be yourself. You're enough. I mean,
like
and I
that.
mean, you know what? The world will adjust.
Mm-hmm.
You can't please everybody. You can't be everything to everybody. Be yourself. The world will adjust.
And on that note, let the world adjust as we go on to win and conquer the coming week ahead. It's been absolutely amazing being here with you. The name is Iyati with an I on both ends. Until next week, you have yourself a fantastic winning time. Look at the time for us to cross over to the award-winning team. Are you ready, gentlemen? I think so.
Oh, we are ready.